ask black people, how would they feel? You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? Every time a white person that hates black people says black people, you'll notice they'll like pause and they'll drop it.
What's good, people? Welcome on another episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you're joining for the very first time, thank you as well for clicking on this video. Beach party happened for black people only, so some white people were not invited, and this led to this creator asking this question or throwing these questions out to the black community, and a lot of black people have been stitching a video reminding her that we do not care. Aside from that, some people are even telling her to go back to her history book because it seems like she has skipped some chapters that she needs to go back. She asks how black people are going to feel if they only have white people only party. Like, how are black people going to react to this? They are responding to the video, and I have put together some of the stitches I was able to get before the video disappeared on TikTok. So without wasting much time, let's get right into it.
So I want to ask a question. Is that even allowed on this platform anymore? So I want to ask black people. I've seen a lot of videos of black people saying, I would like to ask white people. So I want to ask black people question, if that's okay. I want to ask black people, how would you feel if white people held an event every year on the coast, the South Coast, Gulf Coast, and we called it White Beach Weekend? And black people weren't allowed to attend this event because they weren't white. So there is currently an event on the Gulf Coast called Black Beach Weekend. And I just want to know how you would feel if there was a White Beach Weekend. Would that make you feel bad? People,
y'all can go back and watch this video. I ain't gonna lie, it does feel slick rage baity, but I'm gonna bite anyway. This white lady goes on to ask, like, how would you feel if there was an event where only white people could come and black people were not invited? Jim Crow, sundown towns, there's actually a whole colony in South Africa where white people have literally kicked black people off of their own land. Also Israel. Also, what else? Mainstream hip hop, for another example. What I'm saying is that there's already plenty of examples of the type of thing you're explaining, ma'am.
I want to ask black people, how would you feel if white people held an event?
I want to ask black people, how would they feel? You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? Every time a white person that hates black people says black people, you'll notice they'll like pause and they'll drop it like a semitone. No, in the store, and there was this white person, right? And then there was like this black person. See, it's a little drop. You know, it's real subtle though. You barely even hear it for real. But yeah, so there was like this white people, and then it was like black people. Black people. I want to ask black people, how would they feel? It's like they clear their throat. It's a little bass. That was just a side point. Let me get like the real video out the way. Ooh, this is going to be quick, y'all. Strap it. Every other week, there's a white person complaining about a black event because if there was a white event of that same type, then it would evoke some wildly negative reaction. Little does that white person know is that the sphere in which that black space exists, the white space equivalent, is just the sphere itself. I'm going to put y'all through a little exercise so you never fall into this line of thinking again. Now, take any black event. Now, your question is, why isn't there a white event? Now, take out the black, and that's the white event. Black entertainment television. Where's the white entertainment television? Take out the black. Entertainment television. That's the white entertainment television. Like, I feel like white people forget how pervasive their presence and existence in society really is. If I walk into a room with a bunch of white people, I'm gonna be like, dang, there's a good amount of white people in here. But if a white person walks into a room with a bunch of white people, they're gonna be like, dang, this is one normal ass room. Like, ain't nothing off about this room at all. Every single demographic is represented and accounted for. I wanna ask black people, how would they feel?
And we don't care. Bad food, bad music, bad dancing, bad vibes. We're not concerned.
I want to ask black people, how would you feel if white people held an event every year on the coast, the South Coast, Gulf Coast, and we called it White Beach?
We will not care if you have a white beat week. Like, we literally will not care. I mean, you thought that because we have Black Beat Week or whatever we had, you felt basically excluded from that? You wonder how we feel all the time when we exclude from these white spaces every single time we try to get in. So when we make our own space now, you have a problem? It's so weird to me because she's making it seem like black people will have a problem with what she said. If you want to have a white weekend, go ahead. If you want to have a white day, go ahead. If you don't want to invite black people, go ahead. We do not care. Like, we got better shit to do. Trust and believe that. Like, sis thought that we was gonna be, oh my god, so you're not gonna invite us to your weekend or week party? You're not gonna do that? We don't care. Seriously.
So this is, I want to ask black people a question, if that's okay.
Now that we're asking questions to people, especially black people, and your question's stupid, I have one question. Why are your eyes so close together?
We all know that her question is not new. I want to believe she deleted the video herself. I don't think they will have time to be reporting that video because a lot of black people that I see responding to it are even just like, making fun of the question that she's trying to ask. And then in the title, the caption of her video, because I saw the original video before it was deleted or before it disappeared on TikTok, she was like, please don't come for me or don't come for me, something like that. But when your videos start getting more comments than like, you are probably going to be scared, especially when you direct it to a certain demographic of people. So maybe she took down the video because she's scared of what people are going to say, because I know that if that video happens to still be on TikTok, there would have been more stitches to it, and it would have been people literally roasting her for just skipping some history classes or not paying attention to the way things are moving in their own community, because what she's asking in that video has been in existence for the longest that we can remember. It's not new that places that black people are not allowed. The South Africa example is real. So what exactly is she screaming about? This person said, don't they have events like that already? I wonder. It normally involves a dress code. I had hoods are a favorite attire choice. Another one said, it's why people held plenty of events over the last 100 years that black people weren't allowed. Don't you remember white only? BFFR. You are the reason us white people can't move forward. Because this is a white person literally just saying, I'm not with you. This thing happened. We know that there's, white only stuff. So you are on your own for this particular one. Another person said, do you understand that they were not allowed to go to school with us white people? I love the fact that our own people are coming in and dropping comments as well, because it's very, very important. She will listen to them more. They were not allowed to walk on the sidewalk next to white people. I can go on for years. You don't see what has happened. Another one said, why do white people become so bothered when black people try to have something of their own? Like they already don't want to be around black people. So what is the problem? They only want to be with black people when it is convenient. Another one said, that's already a thing. Black people don't go because the shit look boring. Who the F wants to go to something that has shit food and the only music that was playing was Kid Rock and Eminem? This person said, as an extremely Caucasian woman, I want to state that we do not support this message and we will not be attending a white beach weekend. This is actually a very funny comment. Like, since you're on your own, if they drag you for you, because we are not going with you. And even if you try to organize a white only beach party weekend, we are not going to be there with you. What do you guys think about our video? What do you think about our question? Should that even be a question, to be honest? Should that be a question to begin with? Let me hear your take in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one.